welcome Melody and Roberto with Blind Date with a Book.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They will be at the Festival of Books and Creativity at the end of June in Novi, Michigan. They are going to be, actually, Melody's going to be there also with her books, and Roberto's helping her with the Blind Date with a Book that you guys work the business together, is my understanding. Tell us about the business.
So the idea was not mine originally, but I saw the idea mostly on Etsy, and I just
Mhm.
thought it was such a cool idea, and I just love the concept. And then I'm always looking for new business ideas, serial entrepreneur, so looking for a new business idea. And then I was looking like, is there a website, Blind Date with a Book? And
Mm,
there was one, blinddatewithabook.com, that was no longer active. They just had a sorry, we're closed
mhm,
message. And I was like, opportunity. So I grabbed the domain blinddatewithabook.org, and it
mhm,
kind of just went from there.
mhm.
So you like I found out too, like there's so many books that get thrown away every year, like millions of books ending up in landfills. And I'm
Oh,
like, that
wow.
just breaks my bibliophile heart. There's all these books just getting thrown away that there's nothing wrong with them.
Mhm.
So I was like, I can take those books and I can get them into the hands of readers in a really fun way.
So how do you get the books? Where do you find the books?
So we have a few different ways that we source them. I have a friend who gets withdrawn books from libraries. He sells on Amazon, so he picks through and picks like the most valuable ones out and he sells those, and then all the rest he was just taking to like the recycling plant. So they
Mm.
were at least getting recycled, but it was still hundreds of books every month that he was just taking. So we've gotten books from him. I also get books on Facebook, and then I will also go to like the local libraries. They have like
Mhm.
the Friends of the Library book sales, and I get a lot of the books from there. So I'm also able to support like the local libraries.
So when you get these books, what do you do with them, and how does the whole blind date with a book concept, how does that work?
Do you want to answer one?
Yeah. Well, the concept the concept of the blind date with a book is that it's just like a blind date. You don't know what kind of book you'll get, so that's kind of like what it is a blind date with the book. So just the concept. But the process is like we get an order through the website, and then people can pick the genre that they would like to read,
Mhm.
and we find you kind of like use your extra sense, to like find a book that will like kind of match this person.
Mhm.
So yeah, we find a book, then after getting the order, then we get together. Melody starts the process of I stamp the book. Melody then creates the whole colorful, wrapping and everything, so it looks beautiful. And I do all that, like the handling process, and the extra work of bringing them to the post office and mail them, and all that stuff. She gets to do the creativity part. I get to do the more of like fast manufactured. Let's do this now.
You
And
stamp. You do the
the
stamping.
stamping,
That's
yeah, the
creative.
design of the stamping. So yeah, but it's a concept that our hearts bring us to. We want to save the books.
Mhm.
That was kind of like the main thing that we wanted to do with Blind Date with the Book, is to give these books the chance, for other people to read, and also stop the landfill. Those books, stop them from going to the landfill and becoming trashed. So that concept of going green kind of deal as well is what we're are trying to promote with our website.
So how do you generally get people to your website? Are you Are you using ads? Are you using social media or
Yeah. So yeah, currently we use a little bit of engine optimization searching,
Mhm,
like
mhm,
blog through blogging and keywords and stuff like that. We also have a friend that he make videos for us, so we've been using a lot of social media, Instagram mainly.
mhm,
And then those videos, now they have this new concept of like making videos and reviews, and
mhm.
so we have reviews of our or of some books, and that's how we draw people to our website and get sales.
Most of that is newer, though. At
Mhm.
the beginning, it was strictly SEO, which is search
Okay.
engine optimization. I forget,
Mhm.
some people don't know. So I was I did freelance writing for 10 or 12 years.
Mhm.
And that's mostly what I did, was like blog posts and SEO for other businesses. So when I
Oh.
made my website, it was very SEO rich, and that's what I
Mhm.
focused on when I made it. And because there were no other websites out there that did that, other than like Etsy and maybe two or three others, it
Mhm.
very quickly climbed to the top of Google search results.
Ooh,
So as
nice.
of right now, it took about, I think, 5 or 6 months from when I launched the website, that if
Mhm.
you type in blind date with a book on Google, it's right below the ads.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, it climbed very quickly up there. And then, like, the first year or two, like, it was just kind of chugging along. We got sales, it was fairly consistent.
Mhm.
Last November, the
Ooh.
concept blew up on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Every
Yeah.
influencer either was selling or was opening and advertising a blind date with a book. So
Ah,
anyone that saw one of those and then went and did a Google search for it found my website. And
nice.
sort of made a bonus, but there were also a bunch of scam websites that were not actually sending out blind dates with a book, and
Oh,
like,
no.
but they were running a bunch of ads. So I was getting some of their customers too. I would get angry customers because they would find my website and they're like, "You sent me 20 printed pages of a Nicholas Sparks book and I wanted a thriller." And I'm like, "That was not me. I did not do that." And they're like, "Okay, I'm going to order from you now." Um, but yeah, so
Well,
that
that worked in your favor.
it did.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was wild for a while. The number of emails I had to answer where I'm like, "I send you an entire book, a real book. I have never sent someone a not real, not book." Like, it felt very weird to even have to say that. I send out books, actual.
I actually send you the whole book, including the
Yeah.
cover.
But there was a scam out there where they would just send like 20 pages of a Nicholas Sparks book that was just like printed. It ended like halfway through chapter 2 or something. Like, it was like
Wow.
bizarre.
Yeah, that would be very disappointing.
Yes. But yeah, so that's like, it really blew up last November, and it's been staying pretty strong since then. So it's been good.
So I imagine this is all you're doing then is your blind date with a book and you're writing. Is there other jobs that you guys have?
Yeah, we just got started on Whatnot.
What is that?
Ooh, it's fun. It's a live auction app.
Okay.
Oh, we've been invaded by my children.
I was gonna say, I hear little voices.
They're crying. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Come here, Penny. All right, you guys go. You two go play. Penny can just hang out with us. It's okay.
So, speaking of kids, how many kids do we have?
So we have three. This is our youngest. This is
Aw.
Penny. She's 2. And then Harmony's 5, and Tabitha is 7. And they
Aw.
will all be with us at the
This is
show.
the show.
So you guys are able to make this an entire family affair then. That
Yeah.
Yes.
That is awesome. So you do the kids get to do any of the work yet, or are they
We
just along?
do.
They do.
Yeah, so they have one of the most important jobs. They make the bookmarks. So we have a
Oh,
bookmark that goes into every book,
wow.
and so they make the bookmarks.
Very cool.
Yeah. I don't know if the light might be a little bright on that, but yeah, they do. I just give them like paper
Mm-hmm.
and they paint it, they color it, they just scribble and have an absolute blast. And then I chop it up into pieces and laminate them. And they love
It,
it. They get
it's
to be creative and just go to town, and there's no limit to how many they can do. So they're just coloring all these papers. And then I don't have to have that mom guilt of like, what do I do with this beautiful piece of art that my child created? Because they know going into it that it's going to be destroyed, and they're excited about that. So then at the end, that's what happens. They get turned into bookmarks. So like some of these are like this one's painted. Usually
okay.
I love getting into the paints. This one has some stamps on it even.
Ah,
And
nice.
then a lot of them are just like the scribbles. So this is like a marker scribbly ones. They're just really fun. And
Hey,
each
it's
one is
modern.
unique.
It's modern art.
It is. It's fun. Like each one's completely unique and like they're laminated so they'll last.
Hmm. That is awesome that you are able to make this completely all inclusive for your family. And I was reading a bit on your uh, website, and it said, and you're talking about a family's foster journey. Can you share more about that?
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
yeah. So um, we are Christians,
Hmm.
so we have a strong sense of family and community, and and love. God calls us to love. So we believe that that if I believe that if every Christian family would step into the adoption, then we could probably end these the adoption issues that we have right now. So we want to do our part. So
Hmm.
and that includes getting into the foster care and supporting that area and being in there. So um, blended with the book is a way for us to have freedom of financial freedom, and with that comes in the aspect of supporting you know the foster system, and also adopting a child eventually. So that's pretty much like the whole idea about behind the fostering journey care.
That is really neat, and I always love when people put a mission behind their business like that, and and you get that little cutie in the bottom corner of the video. So cute. Um, and you guys will have. So, how are you going to work this at the event? As far as um, what should people expect when they come up to your table?
So we'll have two main products.
Hmm.
We have this is called the Simple Blind Date with a Book. So
Okay.
this is just the wrapped book, and you do have some stickers, and it comes with one bookmark. So this is like the hearts one. Ooh, that
Oh, okay.
got
Yeah.
big hearts on it. So this is a spicy romance. It's got some like kisses on it. So oh, there we go. Our light was a little too bright. There we go. Okay. So we'll have the simple ones.
Hmm.
For these ones, we'll have the spicy romance, mild romance, and mystery. And these are like the much smaller books. And it's got like the things on the back.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so like these are the smaller, very simple ones. And then we also have the fancy ones, which
Oh,
are
wow.
a lot more fancy. So this
Hmm.
comes with a lot of different things, and I'm not going to tear this one apart, but I'll show
That's
you what.
okay. Yeah.
So it comes like the regular book. These are
Hmm.
all like larger. For the For the spicy romance, I don't have I the larger ones like this are harder to find.
Okay.
So with those ones, when I do the fancy, I double them, so you'll get two books
Oh, okay.
wrapped together. But they're stamped just the same as like a regular one,
Mhm. Mhm.
and then they get a bookish either a magnet or a pin.
Oh, okay.
And we'll also be selling these separately. So if you just want a magnet or a pin, like you can grab one of those too. But this is what we do with the books that are too water damaged to send to people. They get
Ah,
turned into pins and magnets. And then each one comes with 5 bookish stickers.
awesome.
So these are like the nicer stickers. And these I will also be selling separate.
Mhm.
They come in this, like in this front pocket, there'll be some sort
Oh,
of,
okay.
so that's either, we have like the tea sampler, so there'll be 3 tea bags,
Ah.
either that or a packet of hot apple cider or hot chocolate.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, it comes with my blind date with a book pen.
Very
It has a
good.
little book on it.
Mhm.
And then there's also our blind date with the book tracking thing. So there's, how many books did I put in? 25, I think, or 20. I forgot how many books I made these, but I don't remember how many books I put on them now. So you can color them in as you read them, and then on the back is a reading log, so you can just write out and just kind of
Nice.
track the books that you're reading. And then it does come with like the laminated bookmark as well. And then each one just comes with a note, and it's just a little note that talks about our foster journey and why we do what we do. So just a little note in there that everyone gets. So that's everything that comes with the fancy blind date with the book. And yeah, we'll have a few of
Well,
those things like separate. So like the books will have bookmarks available,
mhm.
and these guys, the pins and magnets and the stickers. So if someone's like, I just really want some stickers, we got
Mhm.
stickers.
That is awesome. And then, so half your tent will be blind date with a book, and half your tent will be your books.
Yes.
So, getting new books and getting recycled books, which I think is great. What a fabulous idea. I've seen from a distance people that have done the blind date with a book, but I've never gotten more information on that. So I am so glad to see that you're utilizing those books that are gonna end up in a landfill. I mean, that's just sad. And you have such a great um, story behind it, and you're supporting a foster journey. So this is really good. I am so glad that you guys took some time out of your busy evening.
You want to come say
What?
hi, Penny Penny?
So cute. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this and sharing with us what we can expect from Blind Date with a Book.
Thank you for having us.
And
Oh,
I will see you in June.
yep,
All of
we
you.
will be there.
Say bye, guys. Say everybody bye.